from my janky laptop. I should show you guys. I actually have cracks in my laptop where I think I had a fan that went out and it overheated one time. Or maybe the fan didn't work right. I wanted to come on this morning. I want to show you, first of all, what you can see out the window. That is my yard as it is now before I completely resculpt it. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I wanted to talk a little bit about some other things. If you don't know who I am, I'm Suzanne Titkemeyer. I used to write a column called No Longer Quivering for Pathos for over 10 years. It involved the Quiverful movement and evangelical Christianity and just some of the most awful things on the planet, in my opinion. Um, so now I'm here in Costa Rica. I'm writing a book. Actually, I have like 50,000 started novels and real books in my stupid laptop. And I'm getting closer to publishing my one. I said that I would be here at 10 a.m. on Friday mornings. Well, this morning, the fates conspired to stop that. I have been pulling my hair out crying for days because I'm trying to book airline tickets from here to the States. And things went haywire this year. Normally, I can get decent prices, but this year has been insane. So I want to know how you guys are coping with the hey Kentucky girl, how you guys are coping with the extreme prices because I'm seeing this in anything coming from the U.S. And that's I kind of expect it in some ways to pay higher for here for the U.S., but I don't expect it at the level that I've been seeing lately. And the airline ticket thing was just insane. It was one of the craziest things I have ever seen. We were we actually get a pretty cheap price going to the States. It's coming back here that was the problem. And here's the thing: we're coming back in the middle of rainy season, the middle of no tourists here season. So it shouldn't have been a problem to get a ticket cheaply, but unfortunately it was. It turned into a big hassle. But I think I have it all figured out now. Oh, down the rabbit hole of bedtime, you're here? Hey, girl, I watched your video the other day on the whole crazy with KJ. I'm trying to stay away from her. I promised my husband I would. But it's been crazy. So, speaking of that, not just the cost of airline tickets and the cost of everything come from the States, but here's the thing. I haven't been keeping up with the KJ, but I'll tell you what I have been keeping up with is the doings in the universe. The universe, as in the world of Unirock. I have been really amused by Lettergate. I planned to do some traveling this summer, but had to back out of my plans because of the price of airline tickets. Kentucky, Um, I didn't go to some of the places I planned on going this summer because of the price of tickets. I planned on going over to Europe and some other things. All of that got thrown by the wayside. So now this is just one of those, hey, I have to get out of the country and buy the things I need, load my suitcase, and come back trips. It's not going to be any kind of, I'm going to see my kids and that's it. Pretty crazy, huh? So the universe thing, as I'm calling it, Lettergate, has been bringing out everybody. And I've watched a few. I try not to watch too many of Uni Rock's videos because it's not good for your mental health. Somebody called it the other day on Twitter circular word salad, and that is the best explanation I can think of for some of the ways that we've seen Unirock act on his website. On his goes on Kick, YouTube, and whatever other things. He goes on Twitter Spaces. I had to think there for a minute. I'm not used to all of these social media things. So it's been interesting watching that. But at the same time, I was on here last night. I was ranting about some of the stupidity I was dealing with. And it was something that Unirock? Okay, down the rabbit hole. Unirock is a big Katie Joy supporter. Okay, he came into he came into the whole Katie Defense League during the whole, I can't think of the girl's name. He came into the Katie Joy Defense League during the Tati Westbrook lawsuit. He showed up, he chewed the scenery, he called us all out. It was pretty stupid. So since then, he's been like a paid promoter of messing with the anti-KJ community. He's done so many squishy, awful things. I avoid him like the plague, Unirock, because I don't like circular word salad. I don't like people that talk in circles, and that's what he does. He talks in circles. He's never direct. I'm a big believer in direct, even if it's negative direct. And I had some negative direct last night I had to deal with. So, Unirock has gone after a ton of people through the years. And it's always for the benefit of Katie Joy. And he has side rambles where he goes after people too. He is a drama channel now. He started going after Jonathan Lee, what's that guy's name? Riches, who also has a problematic history, a very problematic history if you Google his name. Now, I don't know what he's doing now, and I'm not saying that about his YouTube channel at all. I'm saying that he made some mistakes in the past. He was in jail for, I believe it was scamming people. And now he seems to be on the straight and narrow, and he's a YouTuber, true crime guy. So Unirock has said a lot of super nasty things about, I'm going to call the guy JLR now, like everyone else does, about JLR. JLR hit him with a cease and desist. Okay. Unity did not tell anybody it was a cease and desist. He told everybody it was a threatening handwritten letter. He told, yeah, I'm sure you're getting buffering because I'm having connection problems. I may just do a live stream. Not a live stream, an upload, because this is getting silly. It's getting silly. Can you see me at all? Or am I just completely locked out? Oh, Jesus. This stupid internet here is giving me fits. Is giving me hysterics today. And, you can see me. So Unirock said this letter was handwritten. He told all the supporters it was. He told Queen Bee, who I don't know who she is, that it was a handwritten letter. And he told everybody it was threatening, that it was so threatening that his mama started loading her pew-pew because of that, because she was afraid. And she had received one, he had received one. But he didn't say it was a cease and desist. Now, EKC Aaron contacted JLR's publicist and said, hey, what's the deal here? This is what Unirock is saying. And the publicist provided Aaron with a copy of the letter. It was just a standard cease and desist. It said, hey, stop saying this, remove this, apologize for that. And if you're doing anything, if you're writing, if you're doing anything online, it's easy to earn a cease and desist. The question then becomes, how do you deal with it? Do you fold like Superman on laundry day? Or do you just breathe in, breathe out, move on? And so Uni ran around and acted like this was the worst thing ever, and it wasn't a cease and desist, it was a threat and all this crap. And what basically happened at that point was Erin read the letter to everybody. She didn't show a copy, but she read it, and it was a standard cease and desist. And Unirock had some splaining to do to his subscribers, to his people of his Discord that he completely lied about this letter. I just run around in a circle yelling, the sky's falling. He definitely went Chicken Little with this thing. He chose the Chicken Little option. You're absolutely right. He ran around in a circle screeching that the sky was falling. His mother was loading her pew-pew, and he would not be threatened. And then what looks like his girlfriend threatened a bunch of other people. It was pretty crazy. So he's lost a lot of subscribers. He had a guy named Navy who was like a ride and die that dumped him. It's been pretty weird watching this, and kind of fun too, kind of fun and funny, and fun and funny watching everybody else's live streams that are carrying on about Uni's pew pew and Uni and all that, and it's like, okay. So I've pretty much stayed out of it except a couple times to talk about it, just a hair, because it's kind of funny. Internet drama. Yeah, it's getting all resculpted out there. As much as I like it, it needs to be added to outside very badly, and I'm going to do that. We went to the plant nursery yesterday and bought oodles of stuff. My poor husband was like, "What, you got the bill?" Sorry, dude, and I'm buying more. I gotta turn my view into a better view. I like my view, but it could be nicer. So that's the Unirock thing. That is the short answer to that. And this morning I had a very unpleasant experience, but I had a ton of them last night where I had Alice, hated of pork chop and the rest of them, asked me why I had blocked someone. And I was talked about that 3 months ago. I had somebody stealing my pictures and using them for nefarious reasons. The Dunner documentary, I cannot wait to see it. That's what I think about it. I think that I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what they have uncovered. And knowing that Jim Holt is the source of information, it is going to be petty. Because Jim Holt is a petty pants kind of a guy. I can tell you that right now. Little I know. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't feel too pretty today because it's been one of those mornings after one of those nights. So last night I was having issues with Alice asking me why I blocked someone 3 months ago. And it was like, well, because I had somebody that was on my Twitter and my Facebook that took my personal information, my photos, and my children's photos and was using them. And they were, I'm pretty sure they were just trying to ring my chimes. All I did was I didn't say a word about it. I just went ahead and contacted all the different social media orgs that they were doing this on and said, hey, look at this. And I didn't say anything more. I quietly blocked like 5 people who had access. I didn't block everybody that had access. I blocked all the ones that are just kind of squishy that I know about, and one of them was throwing a fit 3 months later. I was like, girl, didn't you know I blocked you 3 months ago because I thought you might be one of those people? No, they did not steal my life story and use it as their own, thank God. They were just pretending to me. They were prancing around pretending to be me is what it was. And I was getting threats about my children and my grown adult children who don't need this crap at all. So I was pretty bad last night. And I told Alice what went down, and I said, look, I am not opening to have a dialogue with this person because they are one of the people that's under suspicion. Like I said, as best I could figure, it was probably one of about 5 people. And I'm not open to having a conversation with them until they can prove who did it, and it wasn't them. Because you have to have boundaries in life. I've talked about that a lot. Well, this morning, after saying all that crap, you guys are going to laugh. You know what happened? My protection on my computer kicked in and sent me a message that said somebody, and they gave me the address, is trying to access your webcam right now. Do you want to block them, or do you want to let them access? It was like block. So I found that ironic that after I said this is why I blocked some people last night, this morning somebody tries to access my webcam. Epic fail. And even if you did, guess what? Guess what you would see? You would see me in my nightgown with my hair sticking in every direction, eating Cheerios, okay? Do you really want to see that? Do you really want to see that? It's not that interesting, and it's not revealing, and there's nothing here for you to see that anybody couldn't see. Yeah, it's crazy, cheapskate. It is crazy. I don't know why they would do that. Didn't use your likeness? Well, they didn't use my likeness on YouTube, thank God. I mean, yeah. Well, not on YouTube, I'm sorry, on Facebook. But they did use it here on YouTube. I had to get that pulled down. And It's extremely crappy and extremely creepy, and I don't know why anyone would do that. It's not like I'm talking about state secrets here at all. It's so silly, and I have a ton of videos on my iPad that I'm getting ready to upload about life in Costa Rica. I took pictures of us driving around and showing different things again, and I'm hoping to get a better camera in the States. I have one all picked out so that I can do this on the regular. And because I can't be walking around with my big bulky iPad filming. People are not going to let you do that, but you can get away with that with other cameras. So we're going to do that when we go to the States. So expect something else to happen. Hey, Ferdinanda, and hey to anybody I haven't seen, because one of the problems with doing this from the iPad, not my computer, is I don't get to see the chat as much. It's real tiny. Okay, Eden, let me go back about the 3-month crap. 3 months ago, somebody popped up with my likeness. They had taken some of my photos that are not public from Facebook. My Facebook profile is set that you cannot see my photos unless you're a friend, okay? They took my photos. They took some information that's only on my Facebook. And they took some photos of my kids. And they set up false profiles as if they were me across the internet. Got to me very quickly they were doing this, and all I did was just get all that crap shut down. I was saying, look, this person's impersonating me. And when I did that, I got emails about my children, what was going to happen to them. And I'm like, they're adults. Leave them alone. They don't have anything to do with this. My daughter thinks I'm nuts as it is. So there's nothing that could be going on from that. So rather than doing like Unirock and others and going on here going, the sky is falling, and running in circles, I thought, well, I'm not going to do that, because that's exactly what that person wants. They want to see me upset. So what I did was I just shut it down very quietly, and I very quietly banned, I looked less like 5 people off of my Facebook, because it had to be somebody on my friends list, okay? It had to be someone on my friends list. It's also on my Twitter account. And it has to be somebody either anti or pro Katie. So one of the 5 I've seen in very problematic people's chats. So last night, 3 months later, Alice contacts me and said, hey, why did you ban Miss So-and-so? And I had to explain that 3 months ago, this went down, and I banned her and 4 other people. And that this is just not right. Going real life is not right. Doing, spoofing people is not right. None of that is right at all. And I've been saying that crap from the beginning, especially in Katie Joy, Unirock, whatever, people I don't particularly care for. Even Nonsense, who's like, oh, no. Even Erica. I don't recommend going real life on any of them. Even the Duggars, even though I don't care for them. I don't want to see anybody harmed through this crap. So you have these people that's what they do. This is exactly what they do, and this is their thing. So last night, Alice and others were saying, you should talk it out with her. It's like, look, I'm not willing to talk to anybody that I'm suspicious of, because A, they go into very problematic people's chats and they're kissing their ass. And B, it had to be one of that 5 that took my information and my photos. So I turned my Facebook to real life friends and family only, with a few internet friends like Sue Elliott, who I adore. And now when I have people that I don't know trying to friend me on Facebook, it's just like block. I got to take it off my different platforms, I guess, remove my Facebook, because I really don't want that. It's very odd. And then you add that with last night going down and me telling them, no, I'm not open to having that conversation, because it puts other people at risk, not just me. And being told, oh, you got to talk it out. Hell no. The only thing I got to do is stay tannish, pay taxes, and die. That's it. Stay olive-toed. Let me put it better. So this morning, having someone attempting to attach to my webcam on my computer was like, That can't be a coincidence. You know, every time this crap goes down in various communities, a lot of us get porn emails and just weird stuff. And I haven't talked as much about that as some have, but it's a constant fight. Somebody recently signed me up for a bunch of crap and put my name down as um, Dewey Fleeson. Where's the unicorn? I don't know where the unicorn is, but I smell the fingerprints of the unicorn on some of this stuff too. Because we all know that unicorn, she is a tricky little beast, and she tends to do this kind of crap. I don't participate in it. If you ask me directly why I block someone, I'll tell you. I don't hold that kind of thing secretly. But yeah, unicorn could easily be all over this crap. We all know that when her partner, that could be her partner, who knows? We all know when the chips fly in the universe, I love that so much, it's so stupid. And in the place where there's no crystal ball, here, no crystal ball, please have my magic 8 ball. It might be just about as useful as a crystal ball, which is useless not at all, more comical. So we see these things go down, we see the unicorn pop up. The unicorn pops up, and the next thing you know, porn emails fly, and various dumb things happen. You need to get your book out. Here's what it's happening with the book, Down the Rabbit Hole at Bedtime. I'm stuck in perpetual edit with that one in there and others that are editing for me. And I'm going to do final edit. You know, I'm going to the States soon, okay? 2 weeks. I'm going to the States. Got a house sitter lined up, all of that. And I'm going to be there a while. And then I'm coming back, and I will have 2 magical weeks where I don't have anybody here. There's nobody going, Suzanne, turn my phone off airplane mode. I don't have to run and rescue somebody all the time. So, and I'm fine with that. I've always said after watching, what was that show with Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne? We have that kind of relationship. That is very much what our, no, I'm not going to Louisiana. I'm going to Baltimore. I'm doing some doctors at Johns Hopkins. And I'm going to visit sites in Maryland. And I'm going to go see my friends in Virginia, in the little town I used to live in. That's all that's planned. I was going to take a couple of weeks and go down to Louisiana, but after speaking to my mother last night, no. I've just shut that door. You love Ozzy. I do too. Very much so. Thank you, Eden. I'm not nervous about flying. I've flown so much. And living here, having to go back and forth all the time, it's just like riding the bus. And it's kind of funny because on my flight back, I'm getting ready to book it. I discovered riding one of the discount airlines. Their flights are so cheap from Washington, D.C. to here that I can book first class for less than what the other airlines are charging for regular seats. I'm very happy. I'm getting ready to go on there when I get off here and book my first class ticket to fly back here. I usually don't fly first class. I've been bumped up to it a couple times. It's always fun. So this is going to be a first for me to actually buy so I can sit all the way up front in the big old wide seats. So if I wanted to, I could drink champagne the entire flight, but I'm not going to. I'm not that kind of bougie. So there is that. And I have to let you guys in on a secret. We were talking about this, and I'm going to do a video soon, I think, on this, about diabetes, how to take care of yourself, your best ways, how to read food labels, that stuff. But just the stuff that they don't tell you when you get this diagnosis, and they just say, okay, don't eat sugar, here's your beater, here's your metformin, or insulin, or whatever. I've got it down to such a science that I'll cut my metformin all the way back to where I'm only on the very minimal dose every day. And I could probably lose a few pounds and get off it altogether, which is going to be the goal in the coming year. The goal is to get off the metformin. But in the meantime, I've talked to people on here and on my YouTube channel that don't have a clue about how to read a food label, how to eat for this, because they don't tell you. And even if they put you with a dietitian, they have not offered me Ozempic because I'm too well controlled. Um, and I'm happy with that. I'm not sure Ozempic is available here either. That's the other thing. I love Costa Rica. Costa Rican medicine is really fabulous, I found, with a few exceptions. They don't get the newer drugs. You know, the drug that they're treating people with COVID on? I can't even remember what the name of it is. That's not available here. Oh, you seen a lot of people get off metformin? Here's the thing about metformin. I'm not sure I want to get off of it because they call it the new anti-aging drug. It does have some very positive effects. It helps my asthma when I take it. I can feel the difference. So on one hand, it's helpful. On the other hand, it's like I don't really want to be taking another damn drug. You know, I take a blood pressure pill, and I got a whole laundry list of crap I take for my asthma. A whole laundry list. Ain't fun. And for my mast cell. It's a nightmare getting U.S. drugs in Costa Rica. Yeah, it can be. So what I do now is I stick to U.S. drugs. And I keep having this conversation with my neurologist in San Jose. Oh, Prairie, it does that to some people. San Jose, you can get Xolair. My my neurologist, he uses it all. He treats people all the time with it. And it's kind of funny because I can see that he is very much like my critical care pulmo I had for years and years and years and years. He treats the whole person. So if you have mast cell, for example, and you've had strokes where you're his patient now, he'll treat you. He's already told me he'll put me back on Xolair in a heartbeat if that's what's necessary. And it doesn't seem to be. It seems my IgE levels are pretty stable right now. So I'm not going to fight with that. I was at 27,000 before they gave me Xolair. So getting the U.S.-based drugs is a problem here, and sometimes. Extended release metformin, even trashed by GI, to hell with it. Prairie, the thing about metformin, and that's what I tell everybody, I tell all my friends this are going on, it's like, you can expect 6 weeks of negative gut reactions. You can let's just throw it out on the table. It happens. It happened to me. And when I got off metformin last time completely because I was pretty stable, I stayed off of it for a year and a half and did fine. I need to get lab drawn to see if I need Xolair or other. Oh, yeah, Prairie. A friend of mine is finding hard to get access. Yeah, my friends are too. My friends that are on Ozempic are having a hard time getting it because so many people are being prescribed it to lose 15 pounds or 20 pounds or whatever it does. And metformin, like I said, it comes with its own side effects. There's no doubt about that. And so then it becomes a delicate balancing act. Right now, I'm taking Lyrica too for nerve damage, and I'm having some symptoms that I have to move it up again. They're going to give me more because I'm having nighttime calf cramps. And it looks like it may be just nerve damage causing it. It's not any of the things. But I don't like taking the Lyrica because it swells my feet horribly. My feet are water balloons, basically. It hasn't been as hard to get Ozempic lately. Your pharmaceuticals are the goat. Mine are too, mostly, except for the swelling of the feet. I don't like that too much. But I live in a place where I only wear flip-flops 99.99% of the time, so it's not a problem. Oh, gosh, I have to go. This is my mother. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later.